People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. First thing that is popping in the news, it is based off a picture that I received on WhatsApp less than 24 hours ago. In this picture, it is CurvyDiva performing at some sort of stage. Don't know if it was televised. However, it is not the performance that most persons had a problem with. It is that newly bought ASS that she paid Dr. Miami or whomever for fix and put on her. People, pretty much it look like when you're young and you have putty and you build some putty people and you put on a lump of ASS on the back of somebody. People, it never look good. Just to show you that I am not biased, I am going to let you hear, I am going to let you see exactly what the caption in that picture read. Here it goes. CurvyDiva look like when school bag heavy and it draw down the poor little picnic them. When dog have money in buy CRAP. TPC meaning to PUSSY clots. Now people, that statement would be appropriate for the picture in which we are looking at. This is not a good show of the investment of the ASS. As a matter of fact, when I look at this, the thing that comes to mind is Plankton and SpongeBob. Now people, you know that on this channel we speak the truth, nothing but unadulterated truths. This is not how one of those ASS is supposed to look, even if it is fake, worse if it is real. People, me not tell no lie. It look like the Dr. Miami or who, use some sort of putty and just pluck it behind her ASS or what liquor she had before. It does not look natural. It does not look properly proportioned. It does not look real. There is nothing natural looking about that. And people, this is not to disrespect YANIQUE the CurvyDiva, because she is a beautiful lady. She is very ambitious. She is very successful. However, as a blogger, I can tell nothing but the truth. And the truth and the fact is that, listen, whoever did this job, they need to rethink. They need to go back to the drawing board. They need to take that out. They need to make sure, say, listen, it looks natural. So people, the point that I am trying to make is this. We want to see the curves start where the curve is supposed to start. We want it seems as if CurvyDiva is actually naturally curvy, even if she isn't. I am just saying that. I have seen some ASS that are fake. Yeah, them look decent. Not going to say they ever look natural or them ever look like the real thing. However, people, sometimes when you don't have those ASS assets, maybe you need to buy it. Maybe you need to fit it on. Maybe you need to do whatever you need to do to give yourself the confidence, if that is what gives you confidence. Make you feel more proportion as a woman. But me just say, if you're going to do it good and done. Don't know if this is some sort of budget ASS. However, people, she need to take that ASS and fling it in the garbage and start all over. Point blank and period. Now, every day we get up in Jamaica, we realize that the whole place is under siege. Nobody not safe. Members of the armed force, be it POPO, JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force, JDF, Jamaica Defense Force, the regular civilian, uptown, downtown, country, anywhere in a Jamaica from you live, you are an equal opportunity target. you stand a chance of losing your life in a very brutal way. Now people, so said, so done. It is said that a soldier, he was taken out at a place called Sunlight Street. Sunlight Street is off Maxfield Avenue. He might be an ex-soldier, not 100% sure. People, there are a couple of pictures, there are a couple of videos. He was working on a red car, look like a red Honda. Don't quote me on the make or the type of car. In the video or in the picture, he is seen laying flat out in front of said vehicle. Based on information, he was blazed up by at least one assailant. Catch him slipping, catch him working on the car, pretty much put a couple of pieces in him. Don't know exactly where he got hit. Might have been in the head, in the upper body, because people, that is the places of choice of these criminals. They're wanting to make sure that them get you out right on the spot, point blank and period. Now people, isn't it kind of ironic we heard Mr. Bountin speaking about members of the armed forces, security forces that were denied a license, firepiece, license to have a firepiece by the FLA, Firearm License Authority, because of the neighborhood in which they live. And people, based on this picture, based on these videos, it is obvious that this is somewhere in some sort of garrison. So therefore, it only shows you the people that need it the most are the persons that are mostly denied access to it. Because I am sure that if this man had some sort of keep and care on people, maybe he did, maybe that was the motive them want him told. But me just say, whenever you live in these volatile communities, especially if you're a member of the armed forces, JCF, JDF, you are going to be in the high-risk category. And people, too often we see Popo, JCF soldiers get caught slipping. It is because they underestimated where they live. And people, a lot of times, it is because they were caught slipping. They were not vigilant enough. Them kind of forget where they are and what their responsibilities are and the type of persons that they are around, danger. So people, once again, an ex-member of the armed forces, soldier, in this case, lose him life. People, very sad. Point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is an update about something that I spoke about. It is an incident that occurred in Elsha, where a family, their surname Shaw, specifically Rahim Shaw, he was taken out by the father. The father was alerted by the mother at about 3 something. They heard some sort of shuffling at the grill, shuffling at the door, and the father got up, pick up him license, firepiece, a Beretta, and blaze 3 can through the door. Now, just some clarity on why what happened could have happened. Not going to say that it is right, not going to say anybody and everybody is perfect. People make mistake. However, this mistake would come back to haunt them. It would cause this youth, Rahim, his life. Now, people, here's the thing about Rahim. This is his picture right here. Rahim is said to be 15-year-old or 15-year-old at the time he met his demise, maybe about 48 hours ago. However, Rahim is no ordinary 15-year-old. It is said that this youth was in 5th form. This youth was also a basketball player. So therefore, this youth was kind of big in body, big in structure, more than the average 15-year-old. So the point that I am trying to make is that we could see where the father could have mistakenly thought that he was an intruder, a big man because him tall. Now people, when we look at the door, and this is the picture of the door right here, we see where the door is one of those glass doors. The door is one of those doors. I would not say it is a clear door, or it is obviously not some sort of clear door. However, it is tempered. It is pretty much blurry. So therefore, Tempered glass means that it is strong, so therefore it is not going to just break into splinter. It might break into some little cubes, some little square. So therefore it won't hurt you if it drops, if it breaks, when it falls on the ground. There won't be any sorts of splinter. So therefore it is strong enough. However, my point is that you could see clearly through this glass. You could see the person's height. You could see the silhouettes. You could see just an image of the person. Can't see the person's face clearly, especially in the dark of night, especially at 3 o'clock. So people, like me say, whenever you're going to make spur of the moment decisions and you have to just think in the split of a second, a millisecond, you are liable to make all sorts of mistakes, especially when we live in a place that violence is rampant. People are not going to take any sorts of chances. So therefore, the father might have been thinking, listen, I am going to protect my home, my property, and most importantly, my family, my wife, and kids. So therefore, me go get them before them get me. So people, we saw that it was a fatal error and this youth lost his life. However, we can understand why it happened, not saying that it should have happened. However, it is a very unfortunate incident, unfortunate circumstances. Had the proper protocols been followed, then this youth might have still been alive. However, people like them say, hindsight is 20/20. Now, what is even more disturbing, and people, we understand why the Popo confiscated or took the tool from the father. Obviously, it is a fresh investigation. However, knowing the rules and laws and protocols of the FLA, meaning Firearm License Authority, we see that the protocols were not followed. So therefore, will he be penalized? Will he lose his license permanently or for some sort of time? People, like me say, this is sad. The mother, the father, they are going through a traumatic episode right now with the losing of a son. And people, based on information from the neighbors in an interview on TVJ or one of those stations, the mother asked him when she realized who it was who was hit on the opposite side of the door from where the father was firing from. She asked him, where am I do outside at this time of morning? So people, again, had this youth listened to his mother and father and stayed home, not go outside, not broke out of the house or thief out of the house, as we call it, he too would have also been alive, or he would have been alive. However, people, teenagers are teenagers, and it is not the worst thing for a teenager to do. However, people, we say this was just bad timing, point blank and period.